You ever had someone ask you a question that just made your brain scream? Why does this feel like a trap? Like they're smiling, but your gut's doing cartwheels and whispering, "Run." Yeah, that's not paranoia. That's your survival instincts, because you just met a liar, and not just any liar. I'm talking professional level, gaslight you until you question your soul kind of liars. And guess what? They don't just lie with words, they lie with questions. Yeah, they ask you things that seem harmless, but those questions are mind traps designed to flip the script and make you the problem. In this video, we're going to absolutely body slam 5 of the dirtiest, shadiest, most manipulative questions liars love to throw at you. Because if you can sniff these out early, you save your time, your energy, your dignity, and sometimes even your bank account. Look, I don't care if it's a fake friend, a toxic ex, your shady boss, or some clown on a dating app asking if you believe in second chances. Some questions are just red flags doing gymnastics. This isn't a paranoia class. This is clarity. Because when you recognize the pattern, you don't fall for the performance. Here's what we're breaking down today. The exact questions liars use to flip the script on you. Why these questions seem innocent but are actually manipulation in disguise. How to spot them instantly without needing a psychology degree. And most importantly, how to shut it down. By the end of this video, you'll be able to sit across from a manipulator, hear them open their mouth, and mentally go, "Yep, this is a liar." And stick with me to the end because question 5 is a doozy. So grab your mental armor because we're diving headfirst into the psychological jungle where liars live. And we're not bringing them snacks. Question number 1. Why are you being so dramatic? Oh, I'm sorry, Karen. Am I being dramatic for calling out your lies? This one's a classic. You catch someone doing something shady. Maybe they were talking behind your back. Maybe they straight up lied to you. And instead of owning up, they hit you with this Oscar-worthy line. Why are you being so dramatic? This is manipulation wrapped in the passive-aggressive glitter. They're not denying what they did. They're trying to reframe you as the problem. Here's the trap. The moment you start defending your reaction instead of addressing their action, they win. You just walked into the liar's circus, and now you're the main act. They'll say, "Oh no, I didn't lie, you just misunderstood." No, I understood perfectly. Here's the truth. Liars ask this question to discredit your emotions so they don't have to face their actions. It's not about the drama, it's about avoiding accountability. And if you fall for that bait, they will rewrite the entire story where you're the unstable one and they're the poor misunderstood angel. Don't fall for it. When someone calls you dramatic for having a normal reaction to their abnormal behavior, that's not feedback. That's manipulation. The correct response? I'm not being dramatic. I'm being clear about what happened. Now, do you want to address it or not? That question is designed to make you doubt your own reactions. But here's another one that's even more insidious. It's emotional blackmail disguised as vulnerability. It's, "Don't you even trust me?" This is the emotional grenade liars love to throw when they're caught. So you catch them being sketchy. Maybe they've been hiding something. Maybe you found out something doesn't add up. And instead of explaining themselves, they whip out this manipulative masterpiece. Wow, do you even trust me? This question is emotional blackmail disguised as vulnerability. It flips the whole situation upside down like a messed up Uno card. Suddenly, you're not talking about what they did. You're trying to prove you trust them while they skate away with zero consequences. You're on trial for being suspicious instead of them being on trial for being suspicious. Here's the brutal truth. If they have to ask if you trust them while dodging accountability, well, you got your answer. People who are trustworthy don't need to ask if you trust them. They show you through actions, through honesty, through not acting like a cartoon villain trying to escape justice. This question is designed to make you feel guilty for having boundaries, for asking questions, for expecting honesty. It's manipulation 101. The correct response? Trust isn't a request, it's earned. And right now, you're not earning it. Watch how quickly they either get angry or try to change the subject. That's how you know you hit the target. That question tries to guilt trip you into dropping your guard. But this next one is pure gaslighting. It's designed to make you feel crazy for even asking. Question number 3. What do you want me to say? Oh, I don't know. Maybe the truth. This one is so manipulative it should come with a warning label. Here's the trick. Instead of owning up, they play dumb. They pretend they're confused or too overwhelmed to talk right now. What this really means is, I'm guilty, but let me make you feel bad for confronting me. It's the verbal equivalent of throwing your hands in the air and flopping on the ground like a toddler having a meltdown. Let me be crystal clear. If someone hurts you or lies to you, and their first response is, "What do you want me to say?" They're not sorry. They're trying to escape the conversation without admitting anything. They want you to give them a script so they can fake remorse, check the apology box, and move on like nothing happened. They're basically asking you to write their apology for them. Here's what you say. I want you to tell me the truth about what happened. That's it. No script needed. If they can't do that simple thing, you have your answer about who you're dealing with. That question tries to make you do their emotional work for them. But this next one is designed to rush you past the accountability phase entirely. It's the "can we just move on" question. No, we can't just move on until you take responsibility for acting like a discount James Bond. Liars hate being exposed, and they especially hate long conversations where the mask starts slipping. So they try to end the conversation prematurely by playing the "let's just move forward" card. Now, don't get it twisted. Yes, moving on is part of healing, but skipping accountability isn't healing. It's emotional cheating. They want closure without consequences, peace without process, a hug without the sorry. And guess what? You're not a doormat with a heartbeat. This question is designed to make you feel like you're being unreasonable for wanting resolution. Like you're the problem for not just letting it go. But here's the thing. You can't build trust on a foundation of unresolved lies. You can't move forward when someone won't even acknowledge what happened. The correct response? We can move on after we address what happened. Sweeping it under the rug isn't moving on. It's setting up the same problem to happen again. If they keep pushing to just move on, that tells you everything you need to know about their intentions. That question tries to rush you past the truth. But this final question is the nuclear option. It's designed to make you question your own boundaries. It's the liar's Hail Mary. It's question number 5. Are you really going to throw everything away over this? The emotional nuke liars drop when they realize their little game is falling apart. They frame the conversation like, you are the villain for daring to call out their betrayal. Sometimes they say this with tears in their eyes or fake panic in their voice, like it's you breaking the trust. This question is a desperate guilt trip designed to make you question your boundaries. It's manipulation at its most toxic level. But remember this, if the price of keeping someone is betraying yourself, then it's too damn expensive. They're not asking you to forgive them. They're asking you to forget what happened and pretend it never occurred. They're asking you to sacrifice your self-respect to maintain their comfort. And here's the twisted part. They're making you responsible for the consequences of their actions. Like, you're the one destroying the relationship by having standards. The correct response? I'm not throwing anything away. I'm protecting something valuable, my self-respect. If that's a problem for you, that tells me everything I need to know. Now that you know these 5 questions, here's what you need to understand. Liars don't ask questions to learn. They ask questions to manipulate. Recognize the pattern. They don't want truth. They want power over your perception of the truth. They don't want to grow. They want to control the narrative. Real questions sound like, what did I do wrong? How can I fix this? What do you need from me? Manipulative questions sound like, why are you being so dramatic? Do you even trust me? What do you want me to say? The difference? Real questions invite accountability. Manipulative questions avoid it. Once you recognize this pattern, you stop being the player and start being the referee. You call the fouls, you eject the clowns, and you protect your peace like it's worth more than gold. Because it is. Look, recognizing these questions isn't about becoming paranoid or suspicious of everyone. It's about protecting yourself from people who see your trust as something to exploit rather than something to earn. The people who lie the most aren't the ones who fumble their words or avoid eye contact. They're the ones who smile, ask innocent questions, and quietly steal your trust through psychological manipulation. So, the next time someone tries to gaslight you with a, "Do you even trust me?" you look them dead in the eyes and say, "Trust? I don't even trust the expiration dates on milk." You don't need to be paranoid. You just need to be aware. Because real honesty doesn't need tricks, games, or manipulative questions. It just tells the truth. So here's your choice. You can go back to falling for these psychological traps, or you can start recognizing them for what they are: red flags wrapped in question marks. If you want more breakdowns on topics that you can use to be a more effective you, subscribe because we publish fresh content like this weekly. And if this video made you think about someone specific in your life, trust that instinct. Your gut knows what your brain is still trying to figure out. So, subscribe and like this video for doing you that favor. Now stop falling for the performance and start seeing through the manipulation.